Hey, it's Dustin with Parts Doctor, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to replace the terminal wires using the terminal and wire kit for this Whirlpool dryer. This also applies to some other great manufacturer brands such as Kenmore, Maytag, Amana, and more. It's simple. I'll show you step by step. You can do it, so let's get into it. If you need to purchase a terminal and wire kit for your Whirlpool dryer, you can check out our website, partsdoctor.com, where we offer fast shipping and only sell manufacturer-approved, genuine replacement parts for all major appliance brands. The terminal and wire kit contains replacement terminal wires and wire nuts. The terminal and wire kit is a great option if one of the terminal wires have become loose, gotten hot, arced, and damaged the wires. The terminal block that the terminal wires connect to can melt if the connecting wires get hot, which would require you to replace the terminal block as well. If your terminal block is also damaged, PartsDoctor.com sells a terminal block kit that includes the block, wires, nuts, and mounting hardware. Search with the model number from your dryer to be sure you're getting the correct kit. Often the red wire or the rightmost wire that is responsible for powering the heating components will be the point of failure, but damage can happen to any wire that becomes loose. This is why a properly installed power cord strain relief is so important to protecting your dryer. A dryer with a failed connection on the terminal block may still run, but may not heat. Tools needed for this repair: Phillips head screwdriver, wire stripping tool, small flathead screwdriver, 1/4-inch nut driver or socket. Before working on any appliance, please remember to disconnect it from the power. Before you move your dryer away from the wall, do not forget to disconnect the dryer vent hose on the rear of the machine. To access the terminal block, remove the 1/4-inch hex head screw from the top of the terminal cover plate. Set the screw and plate aside. With the terminal plate removed, you can see where the power cord connects to the terminal block. For future reference, snap a photo of the terminal block for reassembly later. When snapping the photo, try and angle the photo up so you can see the wires from the dryer connecting to the terminal block. Next, fully remove the 3 Phillips head screws holding the power supply cable wires to the terminal block. Inspect the wires for any damage or corrosion. If any of the power cable wires are showing signs of damage, the power cable should be replaced. Remove the terminal block by unscrewing the 2 fasteners on the outer edge of the black terminal block. Once the terminal block is free, you can inspect the block and wires for any damage. The terminal wire connectors are held in place by a small metal tab that will need to be released from the back of the terminal block. To remove the terminal wires from the terminal block, use a small flathead screwdriver to press the small metal tab between the wire connection and the mounting hole from the back so the terminal wire can slide down and out. Repeat this on the other terminal wires, being sure to keep the square nuts in the terminal block as you will reuse those. With the terminal block removed, inspect to see what wire or wires need to be replaced. Use your wire cutter to cut off any damaged wire while trying to keep as much of the existing wire intact. After cutting off the damaged wire, inspect the remaining wire to assure the copper wire is undamaged. If the wire looks damaged inside the insulation, cut back a little at a time until the wire looks bright and not discolored. If you need to purchase a new terminal and wire kit, make sure you get a manufacturer-certified replacement part like the ones that we saw on our website, partsdoctor.com. We'll leave a link in the description below. Be sure to use a model number on the tag from your dryer to get the correct part. Locate the replacement wire that matches the existing wire and trim the replacement wire to fit, taking into account the amount of wire that will be needed to reach the terminal block after you attach the wire nut. Using a wire stripper, remove roughly 1/2 inch of insulation from both wires. Hold both the replacement wire and existing wire together with the exposed ends equal and twist a wire nut on clockwise until the wire nut is fully tightened. Test the connection to be sure that it is mechanically tight. Repeat this process on any other wires that show signs of damage. Place the 3 square nuts in the terminal block and reinstall the terminal wires by placing the terminal connector in the bottom of the terminal block and slide the terminal wire and connector towards the top of the block until it clicks in. The small metal tab should be slightly bent down and locked into the terminal block. Attempt to slide the terminal wire free and bend the metal tab down if it does not make a secure connection. Repeat this process with the 2 remaining wires. Use the 2 Phillips head screws to attach the terminal block to the metal tabs on the dryer cabinet and firmly tighten. Referencing your photo from earlier, reattach the power supply cord wires to the corresponding color of the wire on the terminal block. If you have a 4-wire power cord, do not forget to also attach the white neutral wire from the dryer with the white neutral wire from the power cord. Be sure all of the terminal screws are firmly tightened and the power cord wires are not touching. Check the strain relief on the power supply cord and make any adjustments as needed. There should be slack in the wires between the terminal block and the power cord. If the wires are tight, loosen the strain relief screw and push more power cord into the dryer cabinet before tightening the strain relief. Once the strain relief bracket is tight, the power cord should not move. Slide the bottom of the terminal cover plate into the back panel and secure it with a 1/4-inch hex head screw. Reattach the exhaust vent and plug in your dryer. And that's all for today's video. And remember, with tight terminal connections and the proper cord strain relief, your dryer will run for years to come. Until next time, I'm Dustin Parts Doctor. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.